business you work with?
I'm Julie Bennett and I work for 64 Media, which is my own company.
Okay, can you tell us a bit about 64 Media, Julie?
Sure, 64 Media has been around for about 12 years and we focus on providing public relations for people within the financial services industry.
Okay, so who are some typical clients that work with 64 Media?
AFA's a long-standing client, so that's why we're here at the AFA conference this weekend, or this week. And Synchron is another client. We've got a couple of new, really interesting fintech type clients as well, and we look after a couple of fund managers. So, you know, broad spectrum of clients, yeah.
Okay, so you've been running 64 Media for how long?
About 12 years, going
About
into our
12 years.
13th next year, yeah.
How long have you been associated with the financial services industry in general, Julie? Do you go back beyond that?
Going back beyond that, well, I was a journalist for a long time. I was a managing editor at Money Management, and I also worked for Koshi on his magazines back in the day.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what learnings have you taken out? You're effectively a service provider to the financial services sector.
Yes.
What are some of the learnings that you've taken out from being involved in the sector for what's an extended period of time?
Look, I think this is one of the most exciting periods of time for financial services. I think the fintech space is amazing. We're seeing some really great innovations. We're seeing advice being able to be delivered to a whole range of people. I mean, I think in the past, you know, back in the day when I was a younger journalist, it wasn't as accessible as it's potentially becoming today. And we're seeing so much being delivered by way of fintech, by way of people, the advice industry wanting to go out and connect with people. It's just an amazing, exciting time.
Okay, so a little bit about you, Julie. Was journalism your first love, or was there something else? Was there something else? What was your first job? What was your first love?
My very, very first job was as a child actor in the Australian Opera Company. So I was in the very first opera performed in the Sydney Opera House. The opera was War and Peace. And I believe, I can't be sure, so you might have to go back and fact check, but I did check with my dad, my dad was a life member of the Australian Opera Company. And yes, in the very first opera I ever performed in the Opera House. And it was just amazing. I was an 11-year-old child actor. So, yeah.
What a life moment that must have been.
It was, but unfortunately I didn't really appreciate it at the time. Being on stage, I didn't realise that there were hundreds of thousands of people outside on the steps of the Opera House. Hundreds of thousands, didn't even know. So yeah, it was great.
The things we learned talking to our colleagues.
Yeah, absolutely.
Magnificent. So what else did you get up to when you were a kid, Julie? What's a standout memory for you growing up?
I started to write my autobiography when I was 6, and my mum laughed kindly. And then I thought I might write an opera when I was about 8. So I thought what I'd do is I would draw on some of the songs that were popular at the time and use those to tell the story of the opera. And my mum pointed out that that was probably plagiarism. And so I stopped doing it. And so I was really miffed when Baz Luhrmann put out Moulin Rouge and he used, you know, popular songs. I thought, hey, I could have been Baz.
Oh, well, you're a trailblazer, Julie, but
Absolutely, he heard about
obviously you had writing and journalism in your blood from
I think so,
from
at
day
an
one.
early age. Yeah.
Okay, so are you
Yeah.
doing now what you want to do? What are you looking to? What else are you looking maybe to do with your business?
With my business, I would love to just keep operating in this space. As I said, it's probably the most exciting time that I've ever seen in the industry. So really love to encourage more fintech, more people coming to me and getting exposure for that kind of initiative. I think we do a great job for our clients. Of course, I'm biased. We have a really great relationship with the journalists in the industry and outside the industry, so a few people don't know that we actually talk to consumer press quite a bit as well. So I would just like to do more of that. For me personally, I've got the ambition to write the great Australian novel based on my experiences as a child actor, so I hope that comes on.
So what's your message to all aspiring writers out there? Because advisors want to be writers as well. We've all got one novel in us. How do you get started?
I always borrow the Nike phrase, right? But I put the F word in there, so JFDI, right? Just do it. Just do it. Is it hard sometimes? Is it hard to get a break? Absolutely, right? But now you're more publishable than you ever were. You know, you can go on and write your own novel, you can put it out in an ebook, you can upload it to Amazon, you can put your own little marketing campaign around that, you can do it. So JFDI, folks.
All right, anything else on your bucket list, Julie?
Lots of things on my bucket list.
Would you care to share?
Look, I have a new philosophy in life. I want to wander the world. So what I mean by that is I don't want to take a plane from here to London, I want to go the slow route, you know. I want to catch planes, trains and automobiles. I don't want to rush. I want to take a year or two, wander the world. When that happens, I'm not sure yet.
Coming back, final question,
Yeah.
looking forward, for our advisors that are listening to you, what message do you have for them? What do you see for them in the future?
Look, I'm excited by the young advisors in this industry. I think they're taking the bull by the horns, right? And I think that they understand that advice can be for everybody. And they're getting on with business. And so if that's one of the things that we can learn from them, it's get on with business. You know, what we do in our industry is really important. We need more people to get advice. We need to talk the client's language, and I think talking the client's language is one of the things we sometimes struggle with, because we're all about the facts. We're heavy on compliance because we have to be, but really it's getting the message out to clients or consumers and helping them understand what it is advisors do, first of all. So it's a question of demonstrating value and helping them understand what advisors do first, and then it's about, you know, getting them involved in the financial advice process.
Julie Bennett, thank you for your time.
Thank you.